Everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be working on the Mustang over there. I got some new parts for it. Basically I got a adjustable Panhard bar and also a Panhard bar support bracket, both BMR, poly bushings, and you can grease them up and stuff. Basically the issue that I have is that I lowered my Mustang several months ago. I'm not sure the time frame. I have some posts on Instagram. But when you lower your Mustang, or at least Mustang with Panhard bar, you know, solid rear axle 3-link, and not just Mustangs, any 3-link suspension type car, even F-bodies, they have Panhard bars. Basically what the Panhard bar does is it keeps the rear axle centered, and when you lower that, it kind of messes up that geometry. So a 3-link suspension has a live rear axle. They have control arms. It's actually really hard to see down there, but kind of hard to see down there, but that's the lower control arm. The rear diff has a upper control arm, which connects it to the frame at the top. So you got 3 points of connection, so the axle to the frame on both sides, and then diff to the frame there. But when you lower it, basically they can still move side to side, so that's what the job of the Panhard bar is. So when you're doing any type of cornering, or when you're just normally driving, you want to keep it as centered as possible. So you can see here, my right wheel is just like halfway in there, but my left wheel is pretty much all the way out the fender. So my axle is shifted to the left right now. So that could be possibly why launching in my 60-foot's not so great in the quarter mile. Either way, anytime you lower your car, you want to make sure everything's set right, so that's why I had to buy these BMR adjustable Panhard bars. So I'm going to go ahead and get started on installing these now. Alrighty, so the first step is to get your car lifted safely. I have to work with what I have. My driveway is kind of slanted. Crows. My driveway is kind of slanted. It's got an incline, so I chalked off the front, and I have 2 jack stands and the jack under here because I'd rather be safe than sorry. I just have it on the rear diff there. Under here, you can kind of see what we're working with. So that's my Roush Stage 2 suspension, sway bar, end links, dampers, and springs. So that gray bar right there, that's the Panhard bar, and then right above it is the Panhard bar support bracket. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is start unbolting these, and we'll compare them. Alrighty, first one I'm going to be working on is the passenger side, right up here. So there's this nut is kind of like on a thing where it'll wedge itself against the frame, so I don't really need to get a socket on the other side of it, or a ratchet on the nut. I can just get this. This is an 18mm. Man, that was tough. Not sure if I mentioned this, but this is an 18mm socket. It's really fighting me all the way out. Alright, got the bolt out. Fought me pretty much all the way. Had to loosen it all the way out. So, well, that side's unbolted. So now I'm going to go ahead and work on this side. It looks like just one bolt, 18mm as well. And I'm going to go ahead and break that loose and get this out of here. Alright, got it out. For some reason it sounds like there's something in it. It's like a maraca. Not sure if you can pick that up. Not sure what that's all about, but here is the new bar. The old one. basically, when you lower it, you want the new Panhard bar to be just a little bit shorter. So right now it is just a tiny bit shorter. Looking at the wheels, maybe an inch, so I think it's probably good to set it right there to begin with, and then we can adjust it further once it's on the car. And then I'm also going to remove the Panhard bar support bracket that's on there, and compare those as well before I get it on there. Just for simplicity's sake, I'm going to go ahead and do this off camera, but basically this is the support bar that we need to remove. It's got 2 bolts right up there, and 1 bolt that goes through. There's a nut on the other side, so I'm guessing I'm going to have to get a socket on that. Actually, it feels like there's a bar on it, so I think I'm just going to have to loosen this, and it's probably another 18 mil. So Vince and Austin showed up. I don't know exactly what we're going to be doing. I'm just going to finish up. Also, Tristan's here. I'm going to be finishing up the lower, or the Panhard bar. This is the Panhard bar support bracket. Just really
showed up. Also, fuck Tristan.
Yeah, fuck Tristan.
Why is there a dent in that one, Davis?
It's meant to be that way.
It's better that way.
So,
better with dents.
Only thing that I'd like to see on this thing is if they put like arches down like this, because that adds a bit more strength. But I mean, it's much thicker metal and tubular, or not tubular. It's you know, it's a box, so it's gonna be stronger.
We should introduce them to the new whip.
Which new whip?
The black one. It's
black
mine.
Oh,
It's
my
new to me.
Honda? Yeah, let's introduce them.
Yeah, let's introduce them to this. I'm gonna kick your fucking quarter panel, man.
So this is Vince's new daily. It's a 2007 Mustang GT.
I'm going to piss off the whole internet.
Well, let's not tell them about it yet.
No, I'm not gonna.
We got some plans for this thing that you'll see it in the channel. But you can see it was originally supposed to be like tungsten blue or whatever that color is, or just something blue, and someone just painted it.
Is that where the license plate used to go?
I don't fucking know.
That's pointy. If you run into someone, they will die.
You can see it better right there. That's the color. Yeah, this was actually his brother's Mustang that he drove for a while. You might have seen it in a couple of videos, actually. Best time he ran was like a 14.9 or something. No, sorry, not 13.9 in the quarter mile. But yeah, Vince has some plans for this thing we'll reveal down the road. Yeah. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and get this Panhard bar back in. I might set up the camera just to kind of show you it. It's going to be kind of hard to under the car, especially since it's raining. I just want to get it done.
Yeah, maybe a foot of 1/8 inch or something like that. And then they're only going to be like 1 inch. And then just going to...
So, I just slightly screwed in those so they're still loose. And then this is supposed to go on the other side, but it was actually really hard to get off. There's just not enough room between that and the spring, so I don't see really how you're supposed to take this out without removing the spring. I really had to angle it. There's no way I'm getting it back in that way, so I mean, I don't really see the difference. This thing will grab the edge either way, so I'm just going to put the nut on that side. Okay. Alright, Panhard bar support bracket is on, so I'm going to go ahead and get the Panhard bar. They recommend putting grease on either side of the bushings when you slide it up here because it's kind of hard, and then I'll get the bolts through and torque down. Alrighty, so it was kind of hard to get this in here and all centered. Basically, I just had to adjust the length here. I got it in on that side, tightened down, got it in on this side, and tightened it down. Just getting the bolt through was the most difficult part of it, but now it's tightened down, so now we can get to adjusting the length of this. So, basically what you do here is you need to loosen up the jam nuts on the suspension part here. Basically this will allow for a movement when you adjust it. Oops, that's the wrong way. With that loose now, basically what we want to do is shorten it, so we will bring in this. So when you want to when you shorten it, you bring it this way towards the axle. Alright, so let's go ahead and measure. So what we're doing to test the length is I have these flaps. So we're going straight onto the tire and then measuring where the tire ends. So that looks like it's just right at an inch, maybe a little bit more. Bring it, yeah, like that. So now let's go measure the other side. So that's still like 1.5 inches from what it looks like. So I might need to bring it just a little bit more. Well, that's why you double check your measurements. So I'm gonna bring it more that way. All right, so we had to lift the Mustang back up again and readjust the Panhard bar. Basically, when you're setting this up, you want that to have equal length threads on both sides. Now it's like really spot on. So, and this is under load on the jack here. So I think it can come over just a teeny bit more, but it's within 1/4 inch definitely. So I'm gonna lower that. Also, UPS just dropped off something. And yeah, I'm definitely gonna show you this here just in a second once it's on the ground, but there's a sneak peek right there. So over the course of time I've had my Mustang, I've done a lot of things to improve the cosmetics of it. I have the Gen 5 rear tail lights here. Let me get those. So you can see those there. They're sequential turn signals. I put the black deck lid on there. I have the GT500 / California Special rear bumper with the diffusers down there. Borla tips, I need to clean those up. These Roush RR03 wheels. They're forged wheels. I have on the front the California Special front end. I have Raxium 2010 style headlights. I have the Halo fog lights, and I have my shaker hood. So the last thing really I need to do to complete this, other than the hood when I do my supercharger, is the wing. Because in my opinion, this wing's nice. I like curved wings, but it looks really old. In my opinion, it just kind of dates the car. So what I bought is a custom-made wing from 101 Blur Aero. So this is a custom-made wing. It is aluminum. It is powder-coated. It is advertised as being the highest downforce wing you can buy for the Mustang.
Dude, your 1/4 mile speed's gonna get even slower.
Heck yeah, dude. So I'm gonna go ahead and get it on there. Basically, like, I don't know, no one makes a good wicker bill style spoiler, except for this guy on Instagram. So I'll link his website in the description. You can order these, you can get them different colors, and you can get different styles in more rods. These are stabilizing rods, so I'm gonna go ahead and get it on the Mustang now.
Yeet.
So we got the stock wing off. I mean, there's just adhesive at the bottom, so you just put even pressure under it and just lift it off. So I'm going to go ahead and unbox that, or unwrap it.
It looks race car.
I know. I'm just looking at the bottom because they're supposed to have two, and I wonder if I'm supposed to unscrew this and screw it through the bottom.
Kind of mount it through.
Yeah.
I think so, maybe.
Might look for some instructions. Any instructions in here?
No.
Just adhesive.
The instructions. Just wing it.
Nice. Yep.
You can look at it from the front.
All right, it is officially on. Not a lot of people have wicker bills for, like, true wicker bills for the Mustang. People I've seen online take like a Camaro one and make it work. But this one was custom made. It's supposedly the highest downforce wing you can get for it. It's got these adjustable turnbuckles, and then on other versions of this you can actually get even more, so you can angle it however you want to. But yeah, I think this really makes it look very nice. Like, this was pretty much one of the last pieces aesthetically I wanted to do to my car. Now it's just the hood for the
Yeah.
supercharger.
Get your LED third brake light.
I need to get
whatever it was you were gonna do to your mirrors, and then I think you're done. On
Yeah, I was gonna get like 2010 style mirrors, and then I need to get windows tinted, and I might get a side skirt, just like a black one or something. But yeah, this thing looks super good now. And then, oh, one other thing, actually, not the last thing. There's a ARP front splitter you can buy for the California Special. So it's just a carbon fiber flat piece that comes out and it's got turnbuckles in there. That'd be the last thing I'd put on it for more aero. But yeah, this is
What do you mean you're not going to do like an entirely...
this is definitely a good day for the Mustang. It's got its suspension fixed, so I can do proper launches, and then I can just have an awesome wing now. I mean, the styling's much better too.
fucking great, dude.
I know, it looks mean. Now it just, I mean, it looks fast, but it's not fast. Now,
It's mild fast.
yep. And then all I got now to do is throw this transmission in. Got the Circle D torque converter, and then that supercharger up there, and this thing will be super mean. So I'm going to go ahead and end it off there. If you have any questions, be sure to let us know, and thanks for watching.
Is he gonna do a start?
It's loud.